Hi there, I'm Clarice and you're on the Live Ready channel. I'm addressing the elephant in the room today and I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm sharing my top 10 tips for surviving in the face of total societal collapse, whether you're bugging in or bugging out. It doesn't take a lot for us to realize that the world around us has changed in totality. With an ongoing pandemic, food shortages, looting, stockpiling, civil unrest, war, hyperinflation, natural disasters, and climate change. These are all labor pains for something that is yet to come. And while we don't know exactly where on that timeline we are, we can be sure that soon before long, the horsemen of the apocalypse will be riding beside us. And there's a lot of controversy around doomsday preppers, but there is good reason for us to prepare ourselves for a disaster. Recently, South Africa descended into chaos with looting and destruction causing billions of rands of damage. And a lot of businesses and economies and people's lives won't recover from that. It happened within a few days and it has been absolutely sobering. And we would be naive to think that it won't happen again or that it won't happen in an area where you live or work. So here are the 10 most important things for you to do and equipment that you need to have in order to survive in the face of a total societal breakdown. Firstly, remove yourself as far and as fast as possible from whatever threat you're facing. Make sure that you've got a knife in an easy to reach place, and if you're permitted to, carry a sidearm with you in order to defend yourself. Take anti-tracking measures if you're moving through the wilderness, and if you're moving through an urban environment, then make sure that you don't make eye contact, don't come into contact with people, keep your head down, adopt a grey man mentality, and avoid confrontation. Keep a get-home bag in your car and a bug-out bag at home, fully stocked with knife, water canteen, fire-making materials, so that you have a system to fall back on should the disaster that you're in worsen over time. Secondly, make sure that you've got somewhere to travel to, whether that's your home that's been made into a stronghold or a bug-out location in the wild. Mark out predetermined rendezvous points for you and your family on separate maps, as well as possible routes to get there, and the navigational skills and equipment, extra fuel, and travel modalities that will get you to your stronghold or your bug-out location. Thirdly, ensure that you have got safe drinking water. The water that's in your taps or water sources that you previously trusted may either become contaminated or unavailable within a matter of hours to days. So make sure that you can filter water with something like a soya water filter, or that you can boil it in order to ensure that it's safe to drink. In an urban environment, something like a silk-cock key can help you to access water points from buildings. Fourthly, make sure that you've got adequate and safe shelter. Ensure that your home environment is safe and fortified, and carry a bug-out shelter system on you, something like a tarp and some paracord, and know how to set it up in case your home environment is no longer safe. Also consider how many people, friends, family, and pets you'll have to provide shelter for. Fifth, find food. Calories are so important, and in a disaster you're going to need to eat in order to keep yourself going for prolonged periods of time, either because you're moving for prolonged periods of time, or you'll be doing neighborhood watches and guard duty in order to secure your own neighborhood, and you won't know what resources will still be available within a few days or even a few hours. Make sure that you're not wasteful with your food resources, or any resources for that matter, because you don't know how long they'll be available for, and you want to ensure the sustainability and renewability of your resources. So grow some food at home and keep some extra stores of food at home too. 6. Travel light and out of sight. Make sure that you avoid major roads, towns or cities if you're traveling, or if you're moving towards your bug-out location or your home from work. You're going to be carrying valuable resources with you, and this may put your life in danger. It does, however, also put you in a good position to barter should you need to. Number 7, life over resources. If you are somehow caught off guard and your resources or your possessions are demanded from you at gunpoint, hand them over and save your life. You can replenish or replace your resources. You will find a way. Having said that, make sure that you take adequate measures in order to secure your neighborhood, do guard duty, and if you're bugging out in the wild, make sure that there's always somebody up and awake doing guard duty at the campsite during the night. Number 8, make sure that you have got a sufficient medical kit with you. Your friends and family might also depend on you for medical resources, so ensure that you have for yourself enough chronic medication, and for yourself and other people enough wound care and dressing materials in order to dress wounds or look after the sick. If a stranger needs help, be very careful, but do help them. Number 9, only make fire if you really have to. Making fire can alert other people to your resources and to your position. So if you have to make fire to boil water or to get warm, then go ahead and do so, but try to mask the smoke and also try to mask the smell of the fire. And this also applies to making fires at home. If there's no electricity available, if there are gas shortages, and if there are fuel shortages, then making fire will alert people to the resources that you have that they might want. And number 10, if you're traveling in a group, make sure that you stay quiet and inconspicuous. Remember that every group has a strongest person and a weakest person, not just physically but also mentally and emotionally. Pair up by putting the strongest person with the weakest person so that it evens out the dynamic of your group and ensures efficiency. And if it's at all possible, work together with groups in your community to ensure your community safety. If you want more information or a bug out bag checklist, you can download the free emergency survival guide from the Live Ready website. I'll post the link in the description here. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to make sure that you're alerted every time I post a new video. And until the next time, live ready.